All right, folks, we are all connected up and ready to go. We're going to throw it over to TrueGunpla, who's got a little bit of a different aesthetic than I do, and as always has done so. He's got an awesome shop at TrueGunpla.com. I actually have one of his shirts, and they're very nice and comfy and have a really cool graphical flair to them. I'm going to stop talking. You got more interesting things to talk about than I do. So what True is going to be doing for you guys is running a workshop on texture painting. And we'll be fielding questions in the chat. We'll be fielding questions in the voice. It's going to be a very good time. I'm super excited for this. Should actually be a lot of fun. All right, True, go ahead and take it away for me, my friend. Enjoy thyself.
Hello, internet? Is the internet on? Hello?
The internet's on.
Where do
Internet's on.
Where do I look? I haven't done this in so long. Where's Twitch? What's a Twitch? Oh my God. Hi, so I should introduce because I'm sure no one knows who I am here.
I know who you are.
You know who I am.
You already know who it is.
You already know who it is, boy.
If you were on last night, you know who TrueGunpla is.
You know exactly who it is. Man, I don't even know where to start, boy. I do everything. I'm Mr. Worldwide, International, boy. No, for real. Man, I was on Twitch a hot minute ago, a couple years ago, and we help run the Gunpla Builder Association with Twitch. We got homies like the Buttress, really everyone that streams Gunpla. They're usually hanging out with us.
Real recognized real.
Real recognized real. You already know. Ooh. 2 minutes into it. But on top of that, I mean, I do a lot of stuff. We got a podcast out called the Cutting That Podcast. It was really good because I think this is the charity we're raising money for. We're gonna get serious off the bat. Mm-hmm. No breaks.
Being irresponsible.
Being responsibles. Did all responsible chores.
Responsibles today.
Yeah. But like with the charity and the disease we're raising money for, mental health is a big part of that for both parties. Everyone involved with it.
True.
And the Cutting That Podcast is like a mental health and a hobby podcast. Like we all come from different backgrounds. We got a literal scientist working on the coronavirus cure, and then we have a professor, and then we got me and Tino who just make art and do cool things. And we're all talking about our mental health problems and what they associate with the hobby, and you know, correlations and fun things like that. And Tony Hawk, and there's all kinds of fun stuff.
And there's a lot of talk I want to say about like the stigma around the hobby, and like, you know, why you shouldn't let it get so serious. You should just have fun.
Yeah, it's all about having fun. It's all about, my motto is enjoy the hobby for yourself. So we're gonna hang out. We've been hanging out for almost 3 days now, raised $10,000 and doing awesome stuff, and I couldn't think of a better group of people to do it with. On top of that, I got a toy store called Holy Mountain Toy Vault. We're sponsoring the stream. We got my clothing shop out there, and I personally, what I do is I do a lot of painting. I do toy painting. I'm a Japanese toy painter, and I also paint scale models, miniatures like Warhammer, Star Wars Legion, and I'm a toy photographer as well. I've done product photography for USA Gundam Store and other various model companies out there, and I also do toy photography, and you know, laundry list. We got a magazine, shop magazine out, comic books, Thrasher, all kinds of fun stuff. So you want to see everything I'm involved with, go to holymountainprinting.com, see it all there. But today we're going to be educating y'all real quick. We're going to have class now. It's Sunday school, boy.
Class is in session.
Sunday school, and you got Uncle Ricky here to teach you a thing or two. So we're actually going to be going over some painting techniques. And this is probably the number one thing I get asked about all the time. And we're gonna switch cameras here real quick. So I'm sure y'all tired of looking at my face. So the biggest thing I always get asked is how to do texture on miniatures. They're in an example. Dude, and I love building SDs. They're just the cutest little things in the world.
Little babies.
Okay.
Little babies. All right, so as you can see on here, hopefully y'all can see this. I don't know how it looks.
It looks great.
It looks freaking gorgeous, is what it looks like.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Oh my God, am I doing good, guys?
Yeah.
You're doing so good, sweaty.
Is this good?
You're doing amazing.
So you can see on here that there's a lot of texture, right? There's a lot of detail to just the base levels of the surface. Normally you get a Gunpla kit, right? I got one. I gotta have somewhere. I have Gunpla somewhere, I promise.
Who builds model kits in current year?
So
Name is TrueGunpla.
you can
Can't
see,
find
right?
a Gunpla.
TrueGunpla. I can't find one robot in this room. That's a lie. Also, I just want to say congratulations to myself because we got a new old house. I mean, it's new to us, but it was someone's house before. But this room right here, I'll make it big. I'll make it big real quick. This room right here is our living room, and this is my studio. And it's officially open, and the studio name is Yenshin Studio, which is a play on yen, Japanese currency, and henshin, like Kamen Rider, Tokusatsu stuff, put together. And we official, baby. We official. We got the paperwork.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
That's fun. Anyways, so when you get a Gunpla kit, right, you get this really smooth, flat surface. All these robots are smooth, right? And, you know, in the anime, they're not real. You know the one in Japan, that one's smooth. But a lot of the times, there's various textures to the overall kits. Whether you're using your imagination, you're using reference. I'm not going to tell you how the brains, the different sides of your brains works. I don't even know how mine works. And so...
Who knows?
That's a great thing about Gunpla. I know people hate Gunpla's freedom, whatever side you take on it. In reality, you can do whatever you want. It's an open medium that you just have some cool reference shows to watch. So what I like to do is make these look like they're made out of like cast iron or like really not futuristic production means. So there's going to be a lot of flaws, a lot of imperfection. It looks more warsy kind of sci-fi than it looks like anime, you know, stylization.
Like Machina.
It's like a weird, I mean, it's not really grimdark with this SD, but in Warhammer there's a grim aesthetic called grimdark. Grimdark.
Grimdark.
Wait, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Y'all can't give me enough money to do that.
That's done. That's done.
Ooh, little ooh speak. We raised $200 real quick from turning it on to turning it off. It was great.
Yeah. So what's the donation incentive to do this tutorial in Uwu speak?
Man,
Oh god.
nah, I can't. I don't know. Man, $800.
Man.
800.
Yeah, get us to $1,100. There you go.
Yeah, let's do that.
11,000, excuse me.
Yeah, we get to 11,000. How much we at right now? I gotta look at my phone real quick.
$10,237.
Yeah, we get 11 G's. Yeah, all right, bet we'll do that real quick.
Done, easy.
But so yeah, I like having this texture on here, and it's kind of an oddball thing. It's not really, you don't see it a lot in Gunpla. You see it a lot in military modeling. You see it a lot in Machine Krieger. You do see it a lot in Star Wars stuff. Star Wars stuff is it's just not flat. There's greebles, there's texture, there's land, there's an environment built into these models that I made. And so it's just really whatever you want. People like doing clean builds. I like doing weird, disproportionate, I guess green dudes, evidently. I can't get away from green. So,
And real quick, I do want to address a question that came up in the chat also. Cobra had mentioned, is that a Rinko sticker? That's not a Rinko. Well, it is a Rinko sticker on your placemat, but this is all art that you design. Like, this guy knows what he's doing, okay?
Yeah.
Like, this whole overlay, everything, like these designs, like you got the Ifrit on the side. Like, this is all stuff that he's done. So yeah, he knows what he's doing.
That's the Ifrit. That's a new shirt coming out. And that's
I like that instant flap too, Joel, a lot.
That's
sick.
This actually, real quick, this Rinko design was the first sticker that I did with my homie. Unfortunately, he passed away, but this is the first one that I did, and me and him started a sticker company together, doing like car stickers and stuff. And that quickly evolved into just like doing Rinko everything. This actually, this design was a shirt that I did when I wanted to do Rinko, but as a mecha goof girl. But it's also a hookup style t-shirt, like the old skate company.
Yes.
So it's like in that aesthetic. Man, if y'all go any of my stuff, my whole channel, my whole thing, I'm obsessed with like Adult Swim, with like that whole era of you know, aesthetic and design choice. That's what I base a lot of my stuff around. So I base a lot of our company stuff around. Is that just that overall aesthetic? So I bring that in to Gunpla, and also more background on me. I used to be, and I still do it from time to time, a death metal vocalist for a lot of bands. So, and I also run a store for a bunch of death metal bands as well. So I love that aesthetic.
Ricky resume hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, the aesthetic shouldn't shock you, basically.
and I worked at Chick-fil-A for like 6 months when I was young, and that was wild, man. I got stories from that place. Terrible.
ADJIW, thank you for the $20 donation, by the way. Thank you so much.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. God damn. That's dope.
Wisdom backwards.
Wisdom. Best bluff? $5. Yeah, $5. I'll give you the best bluff.
Also,
I'll truly give you my
wanna
best
say,
one.
real quick, I absolutely love the MS and death metal style shirts you do. Those look so awesome.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
wearing them because they're like outside of my entire aesthetic. So when I wear them, people are like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god.
Actually,
what is
honestly,
that?
And they're
Same.
like, "I love
I wear that
it."
Barber Toast one all the time. I love that damn shirt.
Man, y'all get out of here.
Wait, you know what? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of self-promotion. Nothing wrong with a little bit of self-promotion in return for a ridiculous amount of donations to charity.
Yeah.
So you got this shield here, right? So
Yeah.
is this what we're gonna be texturing up, or what
We're gonna be
exactly do
doing
you wanna
a
start
little
with?
bit of everything. We're gonna do a little everything. So,
Okay.
This
You do your
one,
thing.
This has already been textured up. So right, here's what we're looking at, and you can kind of see the raised edges on there, right?
Mhm.
It's gonna be more prominent when we do a zenithal highlight in a second. This is just the base on it, real quick. So I'm gonna teach y'all right now how to do texturing. This is how I do. This is how Uncle Rookie does it. And learn with Ricky today. All right.
This is how Uncle Ricky does
This
it.
is how we do it. Oh, I don't get copyright stricken.
I love that song.
My voice is
It's
just
like-
too close to it.
At the very beginning of the song, he's like, "Designated driver got the keys to my truck." So like they're having a good time, but they're having a safe time. And I love that song for that.
Yo, Viper. I also shout out my homie VX10 Viper in chat. Longtime GBA member, scribing, insane enthusiast. I'm telling you, you can make a rock look like a mechanized war machine with just lines and beautiful everything on it. Beautiful man. But yeah, that Barbados hoodie's dope. I want to bring that one back. So all
You know what else is beautiful?
You?
$5 donation from the Gunpla Panda. That's a freaking lie, but thank you. Gunpla Panda, $5 donation. Let's hear that. Bleh.
You want to hear the best? Okay, hold on. I'll give you a real one because you gave real money. So, like, for those who don't know, in metal, there's a point where, like, the slow, heavy part comes in, and the vocalist does it, and, like, people lose their mind. And I used to be one of those bands, so I'm gonna give my best bleh, all right? There you go.
Whoa.
Your best bleh. That's what you're gonna get. All right, so what you want to do is we're gonna use Tamiya putty. This is now. If you want me to explain what this is and the components, you got the wrong guy. You want to talk to Brandon or someone else for that. All I know, this is white toxic stuff. Do not put it in your mouth. It tastes like doo-doo and
It
you're gonna die.
has acetylacetoline in it, so
It's got
it
lacquer.
also can like melt plastic.
Yeah, it's got
It's
fire.
why it smells bad.
It's a fire type, so you use water. Yeah, so you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a little metal dish. You can buy this from Hobbylink Japan is like $1. So you can get those, and they're cool because they're like Mr. Hobby official and everything. You're gonna want some burner brushes, and what a
So
burner
you're
brush
telling
is.
me that I shouldn't put that on my kids and smooth it out with my thumb like a bead of caulk.
If you wear gloves, you can, but even then, I don't do that.
No dice.
Man, there might be people that I don't know will get bad thumb or something.
What?
Yeah.
Why are we smoothing cock? Excuse me.
It's the bad thumb.
It was
Jason,
there. I'm
potty
sorry.
mouth. Good. Oh my God, I'm. Ugh.
Here I was worried about Drew, but I have to worry about Jason.
Don't worry about him. Right?
You don't gotta worry about True. He knows what he's doing. He sounds like professional podcasts and stuff. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but I can say cusses all the time in that one and talk about other stuff. It's different. Anyways.
You could as I said multiple times, PG-13-ish.
Okay, guys. Okay, I'm truly. They call me Uncle Ricky for a reason because I can't talk without cursing and shit, and people are effing bad people, and I can't. If I can't talk, I'm fucked. So. It's gonna be PG-13. It's gonna be a little rough, but I'm teaching. You're learning something. It's free. So
He's gonna learn you something
I'm gonna
today.
learn you something. You fucking get your right side of your brain working with the left one. So what a burner brush is, I call it burner brush. You buy packs of these on Amazon. They're like $10. You get all kinds of these ones and you use it like once or twice and throw it away. And why I use these, because I'm not gonna use like Linseed sable brushes to do, to me, a putty texture on there, because it's just gonna ruin your brush and then you're gonna be bummed. But also you're gonna have all these brushes you can use for other stuff like washes, terrain. I mean, if you just want to test the color real quick, you don't feel like washing your brush, just do that. They're great, and like $10 is awesome. So you're gonna need, I would say 3, and what I usually use is like a small one, and then
Can I add a thing?
Yeah.
So the silicone like tip brushes for like smoothing out clay or adding like media to canvases work great for putty too, because you can wipe them off.
Yeah, and it's really good too if you're doing like seam line removal.
Mm-hmm.
That good stuff. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. I got chat on my phone. I can't see it on the. It's not loading street knows.
Kaylin the builder says she's gonna need to buy so much of your merch because it's gorgeous.
Oh my God, thank you so much. So the store is empty right now. It's a lot of stuff. I think it's on sale still, but it's I'm gonna be restocking real soon. We got a lot of bands that aren't touring right now, so their only income is what they sell at our website, because Spotify don't pay nobody. That's a different conversation, and we're gonna make sure that they get handled first, before we do some of our other stuff real quick. So yeah, back to what you need. So I would say a small brush, and then you're gonna want 2 bigger brushes for stippling. The main reason why we have 2, one's gonna be a primary brush, and one's gonna be kind of, look how cheap these are. This thing just fell apart. Your other one is just kind of for like clean up, kind of smoothing things out, doing the texture, kind of moving around, stuff like that. So you need that, a jar, your putty, and what I recommend is some type of thinner. You can use this. This is what I use for putty. It's got a little bit of a lever in it, which kind of works out because putty's not really like a very flow-friendly medium, so you have to really control it.
It's gonna get chunky.
It's gonna get chunky, and you gotta play with the timing of it. So a lot of this is, oh yeah, other thing. Mask. Wear a mask of some sort.
Yeah, stinky.
Pretty stinky. This is what I use. I highly recommend it, especially if you're gonna like be painting lacquers, which we're gonna do here. Hopefully, if I got enough time.
Always take care of your lungs, please.
Yes, take care of your lungs.
If something smells bad and you're like, wow, I should probably wear a mask. Yeah, just do it. Err on the side of caution.
So I was talking about I paint
mesothelioma.
I paint Japanese toys, right? And they're called Sufubi, which is like a soft vinyl. This is one I did recently of a little Hedora figure.
I love him.
And you can get cool stuff like this with lacquer paints because they have such a fast drying time, so you can do a lot of different things, but also they're just so glossy. And what I use is actually a 2-part gloss. So you mix 2 mediums together and you get this super it's like an auto, like a car gloss.
We got another question in the chat, Joel.
Yeah.
So someone said, could you use liquid green stuff for a similar effect as the putty?
I've never tried it. The only reason why you may not be able to, because it's a little too dense. It's a little too thick, right?
It also stays kind of bouncy, like liquid green.
It doesn't
kind of
stick
stays
too
tacky.
much.
So yeah. Also, Zodiac SC said, do you not use a vintage paint booth? Absolutely.
I do. It's right here.
But you also need to wear a mask, even if you're using a vintage booth.
So like you can set that up to where it blows out, and then you can kind of do all that. So yeah, make sure you're wearing a mask anytime you work with anything lacquers or anything dangerous. Always make sure you wear something while you're doing this. Now, speaking of, I can't be a hypocrite and not wear my mask. That would have been stupid. Hey y'all, wear your mask. I'm not gonna wear my mask. All right, this one's too good to put on. Hold on, give me a second.
Wear your damn mask everywhere you go.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
For God's sake.
Intimidate boomers. Wear vent mask everywhere.
Just remember, if you wear a mask, the cops can't track your face.
Mm-hmm.
Prowler's saying, is this workshop going to be available to watch later somewhere? If you're not recording it, Jason should be able to clip it out and have it up somewhere.
All right, y'all can hear me good?
I will
Yes,
be. My plan is to pull everything from Twitch and divide these up as needed.
Wonderful.
That is the plan.
Yes, we hear you.
Winners don't sniff thinners. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to show you how I apply this. And what we're going to be doing is a thin layer first. So you want to take your putty, right? You don't need a lot. You doing this technique, I go through tubes of this stuff.
Yeah.
So it is a very wasteful method, but it has great results. We're gonna get our, again, this is just like a little burner bottle. I'm not using this to mix paint. This is just for brushes. So I'm just gonna dunk. I'm gonna dunk the small brush in here, thinner, and then put that there. And we're just gonna go ahead, kind of like mix that up until you get a nice little thin pool you can pull from. You don't want to be going to this side over here. If you paint miniatures, it's like working with a wet palette and working with like your
Like
glazed
the water
medium.
that's on top of sour cream when you buy it.
It is though. It is though. Oh yeah, gloves.
I am eating my lunch. Why would you do that?
It's food, man. It's food.
That sounds icky.
Always wear your
Yeah.
mask. Always wear a glove.
Watch your ass. Wear that mask.
All right, so we are gloved up, gloved out, cloaked out. Grab our part. Gotta remix that because it sat for a little bit. And what I'm gonna do, let's make sure y'all can see, is we're just gonna go ahead and just stipple this around and moving it with thinner. Move it around, move it around, move it around. A little bit more on there. We want it smooth. We don't want to see any brush strokes or texturing building up, right? So we're going to stop that now. And while we're doing this, the putty's drying up. We want to make sure that we're keeping an eye on how dry it's getting. Like right now, got like a little film that's building up on it. We want to make sure that doesn't dry up. We want to keep moving that film around.
It's like
Now-
pudding skin.
Yeah. But now we got a little bit thicker amount on there, so we're gonna thin this down real quick. And we're just gonna level this out. So we're gonna get rid of all those weird waves. Weird brush strokes. There's gonna be an even coat. A little more thinner in there.
Can I just give a shout out? I haven't been shouting anybody that's been following the channel because it's gonna get used like once a year. But shout out to Body Hammer. Thank you for the follow. I hope that's a Tetsuo the Iron Man reference.
That's my dog. That's my dog Adam.
Oh, nice.
All right, so we're gonna keep smoothing it out, and now lacquer thinner dries up pretty quick. So it's really like you're playing the clock against this. So even me trying to explain this to you guys and show you, it's gonna have a different result. So what I just did right there is grabbed a little bit from that thicker pool, and we're stippling on the outside of the part. We're just leveling out the thinner, leveling this out. Trying to get rid of any like weird brush strokes, anything that doesn't look like in scale.
Man, I'm building these noodles still, and I got to the shrimp stickers, and these are busted.
All right, so now
didn't finish the cup noodle kit.
Listen, I can talk about that later after Joel's thing, but I was having a tough time. The whole pure of heart, dumb of ass thing came back to bite me.
Outstanding. Loganopoulos with a $5 donation. Thank you so much.
all right, so right now we got a little bit of an
5% with
even.
this pro work.
God damn! So like now we got a little bit of an even texture on there. Besides my thumbprint, god damn. All right, so here's how we fix that.
Fat finger.
Here's how we fix this. Just go over with a little bit of a thick amount, and now we're just blending it in like a stipple. The biggest thing is selling the texture of this versus what your brush is putting down in the real world, you know? Those are pretty thick bristles on there. If you looked at this and saw just big brush strokes, you're gonna say, okay, that's just done with a paint job or with a paintbrush, right? We want to sell this texture. Now, keep in mind, while we're doing this, while we're moving around, we're stippling nonstop, this is drying constantly. The pool over here is drying constantly, so we got to go back and mix it up a little bit. Grab a little bit of thinner. So right now I got my resource here and my sauce down here. We keep those separated and mix them in as we need to. Now, putty's a little dry. It's a little dry, it's a little more thick. It's not as thin down. The lacquer thinner has evaporated. So now we got our base texture down, and this is drying now. I'm gonna take a little bit on here of some of that like really raw putty, and we're gonna kind of dry brush it in the pot. Now we're gonna all the edges. And we're gonna do.
While you're doing that, Tux Creeper has a question also. Do we know what kit that these particular parts are from?
This is from a Zaku Exceed head.
This
There
is
you
just
go.
like the little base thing that comes in the ball. They're great to test stuff on.
It's my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite test demonstration piece. All right, so now we're just doing this thick layer around the edges, and this is gonna build up our main kind of area where the eye is gonna go to. The eye is gonna go to the center part here. It's to go around these edges because that's where all that detail is. So we're gonna have a visible standing texture on these parts here, and then we're gonna do the same thing.
This is kind of like metal texture for like non-futuristic metals, Tux Creeper. And someone else, Shield of Iron, said this method is so good. I made a jar a while back, so I always have it ready.
Hell yeah! Right now,
the Mr. Dissolved Putty can yield a similar result, although it is a little tacky still.
yeah, I've tried a bunch of different ones, and to me is the best one. For my method, it might be different for everyone else, but for what I do, and it's also the most readily available. My local hobby store carries it. I get it from like USA Gundam. 9 times out of 10, it's usually never out of stock. So it's always pretty good. But right now, we're gonna let this kind of sit for a second, right? Sit for a second. I'm just gonna look at chat real quick. PVA glue works better for like diorama texturing. So like you can use it as a flock spray, but you can also use it as an uneven surface for your base levels. PVA glue, you can do a really good textured paint with mixing in like flour, and then you can stipple that on for a snow texture.
Isopropyl alcohol and PVA glue to thin it out and attach your terrain and flocking.
Oh. All right, so now we got most of this dried. So I'm gonna take some thick
Baby
ones.
Jay's in the chat.
Hey, what up, Jay? So we're gonna take some thick putty now and just do little erratic, just little dabs on there. That's gonna give us raised texture that our paint is gonna hit, right? And that's it. That's done. What you do, if you want to like save these brushes, throw in a little bit of lacquer thinner, no pan, wash it off real quick.
Man, that's some banana bread pan.
A banana bread, that's a small loaf of banana bread. That's a personal banana bread pizza.
That's the
Banana
best way
bread.
to do banana bread.
I want to make banana bread today. Oh, I'm gonna eat it in front of Ethan too. No can has, only for beef.
All right, so now we have texture. And also remember, always close the lid on your lacquer thinners because you might hit them or you might just be sitting there breathing in fucking fumes. You don't want that. That's how you get bad brain, and not the band, just bad brain.
Literally.
So now we have our texture, right? And what this is gonna do, multiple purposes. You now have a base layer for really anything. You can paint directly on this, you can prime it, you can start adding greebles to it, whatever you have, your base texture layer is now done. This also gives you a base texture layer for paints to catch on to. One of my favorite methods of painting is dry brushing. And so what this can do is bring out highlights of that texture so it's even more pronounced than what it looks like on here, or this technique really requires a lot of different tones and colors and gradients, because if you just do a single color like this, it's hard to see this. You can't see really hardly any of that texture on there. I gotta fix focus so you won't see that. Actually, just do this. Sure. Anyways, you won't be able to see a lot of that texture on there. So with doing stuff like dry brushing or using inks or washes, you're gonna bring that texture straight out. So what we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna show you guys how to do like a rough iron paint job. Just real quick. This is real fast, real simple. I'll use some trash brushes, some, you know, stuff you can find laying around the house. All right, so we're gonna put this away for now. And usually what I would recommend is for putty, if you're gonna be doing a lot with it, give it a couple hours to dry. It's lacquer, it's gonna dry pretty quick. It's really about the cure time that you have to worry about.
Yeah, lacquers have like a resinous solvent that makes them really sturdy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they may dry to the touch really fast, but they still have to cure. Ask me how I know.
Ask me how I. Oh, I was my palette thing it up probably.
I found my wet
It's
palette in the
not.
corner of my office the other day, and it was like stored vertically, and all
Oh
of the
my
like
god, no.
poo water like leaked out all over everything.
No, that's disgusting. Nasty.
It was pretty gnar.
If you'll do yeah, so you can do you can do cement, plastic cement, and does the same thing. So what we're gonna do now is a fast cast iron, or just like a weird, like a metal bronzy kind of look, right? And we can do this a number of ways. We're gonna do it with dry brushing. So if you want to do a starter dry brush, all you really need are some old brushes. Old dry brush over here.
I've been using makeup brushes, like
Yeah.
cheapy makeup brushes from Amazon.
Cheap makeup brushes are great. You can buy like Games Workshop. They have a dry brush. You can use like old brushes you have, and you can even just, for example, if I want to make this on an even tip, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of
Oh, custom.
give me a little trim, boy. A little bit
Oh,
on top.
Ricky, line up.
So I can rookie line up right there, boy. So all we did was made a fucking mess of hair everywhere, but we distressed the tip a little bit. That's a little uneven tip. It's gonna give us uneven.
Just to see how it feels.
Just a little uneven tip. Now, you can do this with every method you get. There's even, I wouldn't recommend these. They kind of suck. These are Army Painter dry brushes. They're supposed to be mimicking these, which are my big boy dry brushes. These are the Artist Opus D series. And I mean, they are my big boy brushes because they are expensive. They got their own cleaning conditioner, their own palette, their own box. This is.
No, I just dropped a shrimp sticker.
I just dropped the shrimp sticker.
Oh, Daryl, take the wheel.
Yeah, we customizing brushes in here. Yeah, you can use a primer too. You can use a heavy primer. So we'll use whatever your favorite brush is. Use it for that. And so.
Oh, that's a good tip. Brawler said, and you could probably use those leftover bristles for some reeds on terrain.
Yeah, yeah.
Not whatnot.
Yeah, that's actually some good little.
That's a good little
straw.
tidbit.
And if it's orange, it may not color it. Orange. Beautiful stuff. All right, so we're gonna pick out our paints real quick. And so what we're gonna need, we're going through some rough color theory. And again, I only got my grade 10, so it's not really that good of color theory. So black. Got that pun.
Oh, hell yeah. Gizmo is in here. Gizmo TrueGunpla.
Oh, what up, dog?
chat, my man?
How's it going, dude? We're back, baby. We're back. We got a bronze color, like a dark bronze, and any metallic you can do.
Decent.
Decent. We got a little bit of like a weird kind of rusty brown. All this stuff, I'm telling you, it's super easy to use. Super easy to use. A little bit of a light rust pigment.
Gizmo, you do need to get back on working on something, even if it's just a little bit of a guide. Just stay busy. But, you know, take care of yourself. Self-care is
Please
important.
take care of yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Be
show you
soft
real
on
quick.
yourself.
Alright, this is what we got. We got some black, some kind of mid-tan, a bronze color, some pigments, and a wash. All this stuff you can pick up at any local hobby store. But I'm gonna show you how quick, how fast you can do this, and it doesn't take a lot. Because if I can do it, y'all can do it. Alright, so let's get into it. We'll do a little bit of stippling on here. We'll do a little bit of stippling with this color in. We're gonna shake our pots first. Grab our burner brush we talked about. And I recommend everyone do this. Everyone get some random little piece from a kit. Grab some stuff you bought. Get some like pigment starter kits, some weathering kits, whatever you want. Just buy stuff.
Eyeshadow, even. If anybody's got old eyeshadow hanging out, that's a great thing to start practicing.
I got a
with.
little bit of Cajun dry rub at the bottom of this box. Can
That
I
will
some
work.
texturing?
That
Okay.
will work.
Yeah.
That will work. I mean, you laugh.
It would make the kit smell really interesting.
I say you laugh, but a lot of
Just
people
like
do
home.
use. A lot of people do use like food products for weathering.
Yeah.
All right. Also, so you can use a paper towel. I'm really fancy, and I have my own little dry brushing palette over here that I use. It's texturized. So I've been wiping off my brushes on this. So what you want to do is use a paper towel, and just when you get paint on there, anytime I'm wiping off the excess paint for dry brushing, it's just a paper towel, and you'll just wipe off your paint, and you'll see. Actually, I'll demonstrate.
While you get that set up, I'm going to go ahead and read off a couple donations that came in. We have Jesus with $10. Keep up the great work, guys. And Danny Rivera with $10. Dry brushing is the best. Thanks all. Thank you guys for the continued support here on the last day of Plum, a weekender. Do not forget, a $5 minimum donation gets you entered into all of the giveaways we have today. Take a look at the list in the description down below. No purchase necessary. Type !rules for full contest rules and a free entry form.
Yeah, brother.
I used mustard for chipping once on a prop. That thing smelled terrible for months.
Fucking ew.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it works
just
though. It
because
works
I
so
hate
good.
mustard. We love those. I love white trash gunpla. That's my favorite.
So good. We're gonna get a little bit of color on here. Show you guys what dry brushing is, right? I'm wiping off the excess in here. Just till enough is left over on the brush. There's not a lot of paint on there, right? Look. You can see the trails of color leaving behind, but it's not going into the recessed detail of the napkin. Same theory applies when you're dry brushing a model kit, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking this kind of brown color. We're gonna mix in a little black. Tone it down a little bit. I got a water part over here too. I'm washing my brush off. That way not to get any cross-contamination.
Everybody's gonna stay hydrated.
Everyone needs to be
Even if
hydrated.
you're-
Everyone right now go get a glass of water and some ice cubes, right? Stay hydrated while you watching Uncle Ricky paint things.
Yeah.
All right, so now you can see we got like a little bit of a weird dark brown color to it, right? And so what we're gonna do with dry brushing, what most people don't tell you, especially in Gunpla, right? A lot of people do dry brushing in Gunpla. All they're doing is taking a silver and just dry brushing on bare plastic. It's gonna look garbage. You don't want to do that. You want to have some type of color on there to kind of bleed into that silver lining. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some more stippling. We just did stippling with the putty. So if you're following this and you did stippling, you already know how to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our weird rust color in here. Spread it all around this brush. Dab the excess off. We're gonna start going in from the center out. Right now.
Write this down, chat.
Right now, we're just stippling. We're stippling. What we're gonna start doing now is start brushing that same area we're in. So you want to stipple to get the majority of that paint. Even though we wiped it off, we're still going to get the majority of that paint off. And then we're going to dry brush the rest of it out, right? And what this is going to do, it's going to even out our stipples. It's going to give us a nice, clean coverage. Just going to repeat
We got
this.
another $5 donation from Nathan Tarnung. Sorry to interrupt you there with the action. $5 minimum donation from, I'm sorry, $5 minimum donation? $5 donation from Nathan Tarnung. Think we can hit 12K at this rate? It's ironic because I was just talking with my mod team. We were talking about the exact same thing. I think we can do it.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. That'd be awesome,
Shoot
man.
for the moon.
Let's go, boys.
Be like Dogecoin. Go to the moon.
I invested.
I invested in Dogecoin when it was like 4 cents, and then I sold when it was at 6. And I'm upset. Because it went to 9, and I had like $80, and then it went down to 4, and then it went back to 6, and then I sold it all.
Terrible.
That was like
That's
$20. I
terrible.
was like, whatever. But anyway, we're not here for crypto. We're here for
We're here
this
for
this
style.
weathering craziness.
All right, so
Is that a
we're-
makeup brush that you're using?
It's
Did I miss that?
Army
This is
painter.
the stupid Army Praetor one. I don't buy it. It's not good. I'm just using it because I have it in front of me.
Brawler said, "Aim higher. Aim for $42,069.69."
Yeah! Hell yeah, brother. I promise Uncle Ricky here is trying to drive us as fast as I can to get this going. We need some more paint. So we need more paint. Same thing, just kind of level out. We got enough dark on there. We got enough of a dark highlight, right? And we're not going to add too much black. Don't need to tone it down that much, right? Wash our brush off. And a little bit of black in there. A whole lot. Go ahead and mix that up.
Yo, shout out to Dumpla for the $69 donation.
Yo, that's the homie! Ah!
Hell yeah,
Woo,
Dumpla!
This guy. I don't know much about him, but I love him.
That's my
Yeah,
dude.
he took Gunpla shit posting to the next level, and it has
He really
clearly
did.
usurped me in every possible way. You
I just
absolute bastard.
retired. Like I can't build anything anymore because this man be doing the most.
Insane.
He's the extra most bestest man.
Thank you for stopping by, Dumpla. Love your stuff. Thank you so much.
We need to get him on this next
Please.
year. Please.
Alright, so all we're doing now is just stippling. We get enough off the brush, and then we're just going back and just dry brushing it through just to blend it out.
I finished my noodle.
I finished my noodles.
I'm firing the laser. Throwback.
Hashtag throwback, right? Simpler times.
It's the best of times. It was the worst of times.
So what? Now you can start seeing the brighter color, the brighter tone we're brushing up to now. We're stippling up to. I'm gonna do it around the edges too, because this is a raised surface. Sunlight hitting down is gonna reflect off these first, right? We're gonna do a brighter highlight on them. Blend this through. This.
So, not Dunpla. We've been corrected, by the way. Not Dunpla has a question. What brush would you recommend applying Dukes to a fresh Kaiser bun?
I think you want to go about with the 35, around about 220 on the split end, boy. That's what I'm talking about. That's usually the best method for it. Now, if you're talking about a round robin, a little south back, I don't know what the shed is, you probably want to use about one of them IKEA keychains they give you with the bed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I recommend now, boy.
Or a ham bone.
Or a ham bone. Boneless pizzas. All right, so now you can see just with two colors how we are faking that metallic texture right now. There's no metal pigment in this at all, but it just looks like raw iron. So now what we're gonna do real quick, we're hit it with a blow dryer. This is how Uncle Ricky keeps his beard nice and soft.
So luscious. Someone said, "What's a good name for an orange and white cat?" As someone with a big, stupid orange and white cat, I would have to say Ravioli, but that's my cat's name, so you can't take it.
You can't have it. And so, these brushes are weird. You don't really wash them off like you do a normal brush. You kind of just get a little bit of water on them, like a droplet, and you just dry brush your pigment out. It's a lot of just rapid repetition of just dry brushing. A lot of this stuff. All right, so now we're good there. What we're gonna do now is come through with just this raw color. We're not gonna add anything to it. Just gonna get a little bit on the brush, not a lot. On our palette, with a stipple here. Usually, what I do, I don't wear gloves when I do dry brushing, so I'll try it out on my hand like you're at Sephora buying some makeup. And then this weird goth demon comes over like, "You want to try this?" And they start doing to you this. And you didn't ask nothing. You don't know where you are. Where's your girlfriend? Where's your mom at? You don't know. And that's how you get in the shadow realm. Anyways, so we're gonna dry brush very lightly on the little Xeon details. I mean, very lightly, very light. And I'm just checking here to make sure that we don't have a big clob of paint, because I've done this before. I got a big clob of paint on like the left side of the mist. It'll go whoop, and there's this huge line in there. And dry brush is not easy to fix, because now you have to repeat all those steps over again just to blend that area in. It's a pain. We're just gonna go very light passes, barely hitting it, super light passes.
So I'm old enough to remember when Ravioli was supposed to be a temporary foster.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's
Where'd that go?
right.
Bubby said, "Bubby, stay in." And yeah,
That's what we call a foster fail, by the way. I'm glad that he's doing well.
I told his story on stream about how he was supposed to have an amputation, but
Yeah, I was there for that.
but we rehabbed him, and he has all 4 of his very dumb legs still. He's off heckin' somewhere. He woke me up this morning by doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, so, you know.
Sounds like me this morning when I was woken up with the server doing something it wasn't supposed to be doing.
It be like that sometimes.
It do.
All right, so now
This wrought iron looks amazing though, dude.
so now you see like a little bit of the highlight now on the Xeon joint. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna bring up the settings real quick, because I do want to show this up a little bit close. On the main build, can't change it. So just a little bit now of that orange highlight and all the recess that pop out, right? And so what we can do from here is we can either repeat this process, keep building up and building up and building up and building up till we get a nice super gradient, or we're gonna skip a little bit because of time. We're gonna go to copper, very light copper, and it's gonna be a harsh. It's gonna be harsh, man. It's gonna be rough. We're gonna use a small dry brush now. So you can get a little small dry brush like this. Any small brush would do.
Getting a lot of compliments in the chat too, by the way. Plum Build Report, this is cool content. Dragon Wolf says this is absolutely mesmerizing. Tuck says this is like watching a Bob Ross painting come together. I look away for a minute and I come back and see you've magically turned it into real iron.
Hey, guess what?
Absolute
You know what?
Magic.
It's Jason's fault that I'm here, and it's Jason's fault that I'm gonna start doing this monthly on my Twitch channel.
Heck yeah, man.
Getting back into it. The same thing again. We're just testing on our skin. We're testing somewhere where we can see what our brush is doing before we make that commitment. You always want to make sure you do your research and do a background check before you get committed. Either with a piece of plastic or with a human being, you protect yourself before you wreck yourself. Now, same thing. We're gonna do light passes. Super light passes. It's just over the detail. We're not going really far out anywhere else. Metallics are great paints, but boy, too much. You put too much on there, you're gonna ruin it. Fuck. Just like
yeah,
that.
you're gonna look like
Fuck.
one of those guys
it's
that
all
paint
right.
themselves silver.
So I just
and
fucked
they
this up
tan
right here.
faces.
I did a fuck up. Where I'm gonna show you how to fix that. Show you how to fix that. Yeah, this is what you don't get in normal tutorial videos. You don't get that moment.
That's why it's fun doing it in real time. So how do we fix it?
All right, so right now we're gonna leave that alone because we know we can't fix it right now with our brush. Normally what we can do when you're painting miniatures, you get another clean brush and some water. It's just acrylic paint. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. But for the purpose of this stream, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I fix that. So now what I'm doing, I went around the edges from the center. I got a little bit of pigment left on that brush. I'm gonna go ahead and very lightly do the rest of it so we have a uniform metal texture going around. All right, so this is what we got. But now you can see how bad that is, right? Compared to everything else we got going on. That center thing's popping. God damn, man. I haven't done this in a while. That looks good. Not to my own horror, but shit. God damn, boy. Always dry brush your partner for protection. So now we're gonna fix this. How we're gonna fix this, we're gonna clean this brush off. We're not gonna use it again. We're just gonna do a full clean. That's just some water and a rapid dry brush motion on your do this for anyone, even your shitty cheap brushes. Just kind of clean this off so there's nothing on there. And what you can do, this stuff is this is your butter. Master's brush cleaner and preserver.
Yes.
Get a little,
yeah.
A little bit
That's
of water.
real.
This stuff is godly.
A little bit of water.
Yo,
in
real
there.
quick, a $50 donation from Tom Skeleton Faro. Rolling the bones again for the Sunday raffle. This dry brushing tutorial is good content with a capital G and a capital C.
Hey, thanks,
much.
man. Thank you so much. I cannot appreciate that. Oh my god. Y'all gonna make Uncle Ricky cry on stream. Ain't that some...
Please.
Let's all right, so we got this all brushed up. We're just gonna dry brush it off. And then what you normally can do, take it in your palm, right? You make a little bit of a little bit of soapy, what the hell is that? You make a little bit of soapy mess in there, right? You'll see all the paint and shit coming off on your palm. And then we're just gonna leave that, save that for later. We're just gonna go ahead, kind of get a tip out, you know, form whatever little tip you got going on. And then always leave your brushes on their side. Never leave them up. Never leave them reared down because your bristle's gonna get damaged. Always on your side. What I got here, show you Uncle Ricky's workstation real quick. And whoop. Here the cops. I got my little brush stand here. I'm just gonna put that baby right side. Put it back in there. It's good to go. Also, look at my little grimer. My little friend.
Look at him. What's up, man? What's up, playa?
That's a wonderful grimer.
He's got a little paintbrush.
I'm making you something right now, Joel.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Sculpting you something custom.
A little grimer I got from Japan. And look at my little dude.
Love him.
Uncle Ricky's a big softy, y'all. Don't get it twisted.
Adorable.
Also, you know, fuck around and find out too. So we got this done now. We got a nice iron texture on there, looking dope. We got a little bit of metal pigment, but oh my god, we thought we weren't gonna fix this. No, we're gonna fix this. What we're gonna do is we have our colors down here of what we used, and usually with a wet palette you have all your colors laid out. But if you're just starting out, you may just have a weird tray or something you're using, but you see what you used before, and you got your paints out already. So we're just gonna go back in time and fix it. And what we're gonna do, have another, clean it off. This one had something on it. And we're gonna mix that first mixture, right? So we're gonna add that brown. And you don't need a whole lot, so we're just gonna add a little bit in there. You're a wizard, Annie. That's so wizard, Annie. You're a wizard.
Your mom's a wizard.
Your mom's a wizard, Annie. That's a wizard. He's a real one.
R.I.P. Mom.
So we're gonna add a little bit more black in there. All right, now we're gonna mix that up. That's really dark. That's too dark. Too dark. We'll fix it. We're gonna do, add a little bit more. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's raw metal. Raw metal has various colors and textures, smells and tastes and thoughts and feelings of their own. So we're just gonna let it happen.
Boneless.
We'll let them do their thing. Now we're gonna go ahead, grab our dry brush from earlier. Our hands got nothing on it. And roll that in there a little bit. Stipple. A little bit washed off here on our napkin. I'm gonna go to my fancy palette real quick.
We got time for a quick donation?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We got one from PK.Builds for $10 and G-Sean F with another $10 donation. G-Sean F doing a whole bunch of the giveaways, the Real Great Perfectibility and a Real Great Xeon going out thanks to G-Sean F. Thank you so much, man.
That is amazing. Thank you all so much. This is awesome.
While we're at it, can I get you to pick a number between 1 and 193?
193. Damn.
There's only one obvious answer.
69, boy. Nice.
Cool. Whoever that is in my spreadsheet just won a Majin Hobby prize pack.
Oh, nice. That is beautiful.
Amazing.
All right, so
I'll
we got
never get tired of that.
paint on our brush. We're gonna stipple it on our boo boo. Stipple in. Now we're dry brushing. Gonna get a little bit more color. Same thing. We're gonna stipple. We're gonna test. Gonna mitt. Right. Over. And we're gonna blend that out because we got one spot now that's just all orange. Blend it out. Now what we're gonna do? Nothing, because that's fixed. You don't see it no more. No more big copper line. Blends in with the rest of it. Look at that.
It's perfect.
There you go. And that, I mean, off the bat, that looks like a raw iron Xeon shield bra or
Yeah, it looks
something.
like the cast iron skillets that I need to re-season that I haven't for years.
So
Sorry,
in
cast
this,
iron.
how long have we been streaming for? I don't even
Maybe
know.
like an hour?
Just over an hour.
This has been an
1 hour
hour?
and 3 minutes.
Oh my god.
1 hour.
Okay, all right. Well, hey everybody, real quick, we're gonna be doing this Sundays, same day as today in the future on Twitch. So make sure you follow all my stuff so we can see when we're gonna finish this. We're gonna move on to something else. I was gonna go to more advanced weathering, but this is the basic. All you need. I did this with like 2 brushes, right? A handful of paints. We didn't even use that one, so I'm not gonna count it. With just 3 paints and a napkin. And look, oh, and putty and all the other stuff. But like, that's dope, right? That's cool, and you can do a whole kit with that. So you
That
can,
does look awesome, dude.
this is
And
dope.
you also did it in like 40 minutes. That's the most impressive part to me.
40 minutes.
It's magic this quickly.
It ain't
People
hard.
get psyched out about weathering, but like
That's
it really
true.
just do
It's
be like
true.
this.
It's true. Real quick,
Yeah.
everyone listen, everyone watching, everyone here, everyone right now, hanging out with Uncle Ricky. We got 126 y'all in the chat. Real quick, we're going main screen for this one, boy. So real quick, ain't nothing in this hobby hard, right? Ain't nothing in this hobby intimidating, or you shouldn't be afraid of something you're doing with your free time, right? This is something we talk about on the Cutting That podcast. We'll get a little deep for a second, a little mental health talk. Is this hobby you're doing that right now, all of us, 126 people are spending their Sunday afternoon listening to me rant and rave about some model kits and some other stuff going on, right? That is awesome. Y'all have spent the free time raising money for a charity and doing the good fight and hanging out with all the homies in our wonderful scale modeling community. If you ever feel like intimidated or scared or to do something, just do it badly. And this is what we talk about in the Cutting Mat podcast. That's like our whole mantra. Just do it badly. The act of doing it is a million steps further ahead than when you were before, just not even thinking about or being scared about doing it. It's just a plastic model kit. And these are all mediums and applications and techniques that you can use and apply to other mediums. When I got started doing Gunpla, I had no idea I'd be painting Japanese toys and making an income based on that. I had no idea I'd be doing everything that we're doing here today. $10,000 for a charity from a group of people that just play with toys all day. You gotta be
10 and a
kidding
half
me.
now, yeah.
10 and a half. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's nuts. Think about that for a second. How far this medium and hobby has come in like the past 3 or 4 years. That's massive change. But never be scared about it. It's your hobby. Enjoy what you're doing with it. Enjoy your free time. Try something new. It's a great medium because guess what? If you mess something up, it's not the end of the world. You can just strip it. Every paint can be stripped. Every model can be fixed. And guess what? It's scale model. So if you break something, guess what? Now you got to learn how to fix it. That's techniques you can apply in the future to do something rad with something instead of fixing it. It's all about learning. It's all about evolving, being better people. And look, we're doing it, baby. We're doing good. And y'all learning something today with Uncle Ricky. And I appreciate that. We're going to get back into it. That was my little serious rant right there.
No, it's cool. I want to add one more point to that, since literally my name is Bad Gunpla. This is why my name is Bad Gunpla. It's the exact same thing. Just do the thing at the end of the day. Like, to add one more point to that, it's also extremely important to not compare yourself to people that are better than you. Those people have been doing, or were in the same position that you currently are at one time. These things take time to learn. The first couple times are going to be bad. Just remember what Miss Frizzle told you. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy, and just have fun. Yeah. Don't let perfectionism paralyze you. That's so important.
Miss Frizzle's a real
I love
one.
Miss Frizzle. Oh, hell, Miss Frizzle. She was the OG. She was my favorite lesbian art teacher in the world. And I don't know what they did with her. I don't know what they did.
Hell yeah. Super Zot with the $10 super cool tutorial. Oh, by the way.
Thank you.
Hell
Appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. And that's the thing, man, Instagram is a blessing and it's a curse. You see all your idols at a fingertip and you can get inside your own head, but we all start somewhere. Go to my YouTube and watch my earlier videos. They're garbage. They're trash. But I keep them there.
Also, same. Go back and watch my most popular video on my YouTube channel. It's trash, and I don't know why people
it's always the one
people do.
It's always that's how it works. I don't understand it. There's like the one that's my favorite video I poured my heart and soul to, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't do that good, but people like this video. It's fine. We all start somewhere, but like if you're starting out, keep that first model kit you build or paint. Keep it around as a recollection of how far you've gone in the hobby. I have the shield that I did the tutorial video on. I keep it in a case. I keep it in a plastic like display case, just by itself, because like that was it. That was my first time doing weathering, my first time playing with hot soldering irons, and first time doing a YouTube video tutorial. That was it. And I keep that around. It's the most sentimental thing that I own, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So all right, we'll get back into it. I showed you guys how to do a metal texture, and you can do this with silver. So if you do a silver, just change your color to a gray or a blue gray. Blue gray works real nice. So you can do this with any color. You can change out the look to have it like neon green. We got some neon green on here. This has a very thick wash on it. I'm not too happy with it. But you can apply
that kit was actually involved in one of the photos that was involved with our one of our photography contests not too long ago.
But this is what you can do at dry brushing with like miniatures too. You can get crazy with it. It's all about just
dry brushing is God's gift.
It's the best thing in the world.
I did a lot of dry brushing on Shrek Buddha.
It's my favorite thing in the world. I swear to God, I love it so much. Also, I just want to show you guys stuff. Look at my Beyblade. The Beyblade. Oh, that cool stuff I got. Oh, this one I got third place in California for my SD model kit. I'm real proud about that. Coin check for all the boys in the chat.
It's more prizes than I've ever won for my customs.
This is my homie's J Haro that I bought. It's one of my favorite Haros I ever owned. Look how cool that is. This is another thing too. Jay's doing a lot of non-traditional art on, and I guess like in a non-traditional format. Like, when have you ever seen a Gunpla look like this? Never. It's so cool. And this is like, just get an airbrush and play around with it. Have fun with it. Alright, so...
Ooh, Cyporian in the chat. What's up, Im? I hope you're feeling better, baby.
Same.
So, y'all want to paint some weird stuff?
Oh, hell yeah.
That counts as weird.
That definitely counts as weird.
Y'all want to you want to paint some of this, or do you want to do some...
little brother.
Y'all want to see some airbrushing?
Sufubi.
You want to see airbrushing, Sufubi? You want to see hand paint, Sufubi? Let me know in chat.
Chat, let us know.
Let's have a donation off. Whoever raises the most airbrush or other options, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to do these things. I don't know how to be a hype man for donations. I'm not used to asking people for money.
I tried being a
Money,
hype man earlier. It's hard.
So this is the
I'm good at asking people for money. I can do it. It's fine. I got y'all.
this is like American Sufubi. So it's an American sculptor that made this, but I found this at a designer toy con, and this is like a non-traditional way to paint soft vinyl. This is actually all this is all acrylics. So all the orange,
Gold tooth.
yeah, the gold tooth, they be gleaming, boy. But he's got like the look how like disgusting that is. Ugh. And then what I use is Nurgle rot inside all these pores.
I hate the name of these paints so
Yeah.
much.
Then we did blood for a blood god, and then what I did inside here is I went over this with a fluorescent ink. So when you hold this under like a purple light or a black light, it just glows disgusting green and neon orange and blood and stuff.
Ew, neat.
Oh,
I love
that's
it.
cool.
We're
I
gonna,
hate it, but I also love it.
we're gonna do some airbrushing real quick. Now with my airbrush setup, I won't be talking too much because one, it's loud, and then also like my microphone is on a boom arm, it doesn't reach my booth. But we're gonna turn the camera that way. Now let me find something we can paint. We're just gonna start from start to finish. We're gonna paint one whole toy. How much time we got left?
1 minute. We have
40 something minutes left.
40 minutes. All right, we're gonna
We got a
paint.
long time.
We're gonna paint a whole toy in 40 minutes. Give me one moment and try and find a toy. I'll talk about the way you're talk about I don't know. What's your favorite? All right. What's your favorite suit from Build Fighters? That's what I want to know.
Amazing Strike Freedom.
Exia
Yes,
Dark
one
Matter
thought.
was the first kit.
clearly the best suit is the one that you like the looks of the most. For me,
Yep.
it's the Grimoire Red Beret.
But what about the
That's Build
Divers
Divers,
count?
not
Divers
Fighters.
counts?
I'm sorry, are we not counting divers?
He said Build Fight.
Is that fighters?
Oh,
what about the Super Fumina Axis Angel?
Wait, is that from Build Fighters? Oh, hell yeah!
I want
Technically, yes, it is.
that green noble
Does
that only got
Try
like
and
a
Island
second
Warp
of
count?
airtime.
Yeah, Sailor Jupiter Nobel Gundam. Yeah, before it got wrecked.
Yeah, that does Try count.
Yeah.
He said
Then
fighters.
Then it's the Shia Quanta. That thing is cool. It has cat ears.
Whatever on earth this thing is cool too.
So this is from a Sufubi company called Lulubelle Toys. And what they did, they had so for those that don't know what soft vinyl is, a good quick history. It's a Japanese toy. They started out in the 70s with Bullmark, and they made kaiju figures for Godzilla movies and Ultraman and you know, stuff like that. And all it is it's just a soft vinyl material, right? So this head can come off, right? And it's limited articulation, and you can see inside the different ports in there. So, but these are made in Japan, it's like two dudes that make these for everyone in the world. I mean, and they're designer ones out there. There's ones for officially licensed Godzilla ones. There's lotteries. There's like Supreme and, you know, high-end Japanese designers that do this stuff. And the community is great. It's all about expression. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just if you have fun. It's also a great community because everyone supports each other both mentally, teaching things, and also financially. A lot of people are able to start toy companies, or like myself, I do paint runs. So a company will send me 3 or 4, and I'll go ahead and paint them or release them as a collaboration. I'll make artwork, I'll make shirts for it. It's a whole thing. I'll show you guys the collaboration piece at the end of the stream that we're coming out with.
I'm so looking forward to having time off to start sculpting toys. Actually, I'm literally doing that right now. Do you want to be surprised, or do you want me to spoil it for you, Joel?
I thought, is it Bub?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God! What? No, I want to be surprised. I want to
You
be
wanna be
surprised. I'm
You know
so
what's
surprised.
really strange about this?
Hmm.
I've seen this toy before in a video game called Hylix.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's just someone sculpting it from like a video game or something that looks like a Kamen Rider figure
No,
or like a
like that game is entirely claymation for all its animation and stuff. Like some guy, the guy who made the game, bought this toy, painted it up, and then just included it in the game as an enemy you can fight.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So real quick,
Yeah.
how you put the head back on? It's all soft vinyl, so you have to use a heat gun to get it a little hot. My normal heat gun that I use is actually somewhere inside the shop. I'm gonna use a hair dryer for right now, so it'll take a little bit longer. But the cool thing about soft vinyl, the way it's casted, is made with big metal molds, and it retains its shape no matter how hot it gets. So that's been heated
They're
up.
so interesting to watch being made. I've got
Oh,
a book
they're
about
beautiful.
designer toys, the vinyl ones, but I've watched a lot of videos on Sufubi, and it's amazing. Like, it's so beyond what you think how toys are made normally.
So now we're just gonna see how soft it is. Pop. Try to anyways.
Look at how easy it is. Struggles for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a learning curve to it. There's a learning curve, but we got it back in there. Now that's gonna harden back up. You can see like I can squeeze it and squish it now. Once this hardens up, it's solid. Like you
gotta
can't.
squish that cat.
And I can like put his face in like this. Change the shape, no matter what you do to it. All right, so now we got our Sufubi. We're gonna clean up here a little bit. Move some of the stuff, and then look, my buddy Mark Nagata, we work with him in our store. He does officially licensed Sufubi for like Ultraman and Mazinger Z and other properties of Super Ride Productions.
His cat.
His cat. Oh my god, his cat's so cute, and he has little Sufubi figures of his cats, and they're great.
I know, it's so cute.
Ugh. That's the homie. That's how I got like started into this stuff was through him. So we got this, and what we're gonna do is now we're gonna pick our colors and our scheme. I'm gonna move the camera kind of over to my paint section real quick.
Woohoo! Paint sections.
Going
Yeah.
on a journey.
A mystical, spooky journey to the paint booth.
We've been in the
How
booth
can
with
I
TrueGunpla.
follow TrueGunpla?
Ah, goddammit. Struggle.
You can follow TrueGunpla on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at TrueGunpla. You can also follow Yenshin Studios on Instagram at Yen, like the
Alright.
Japanese currency, and Shin is in SHIN Studios. It's on Instagram and it's great.
Crowd beat us all to it.
Yeah,
So-
sounds good at this.
I'll do it.
You can also find him at his house at 123. No.
I mean, if y'all want to come over.
Them at the Holy Mountain Toy Vault in Yonkers, North Kakalaka.
North Kakalaka now. Oh, I'm gonna fix my video real quick.
Hell yeah, we did forklift 10K hype. Can we hit 12?
We did hit 10K. Let's keep it going.
Yeah,
Alright.
buddy.
We been had that, baby.
God damn. All right. So now we're gonna pick our colors real quick. I'm gonna show you guys my drawers of paints. There's one over here. I got drawers on drawers. Hold up real quick. I'll show you this other one real
Correct.
fast. So this drawer, nothing but Citadel. All Citadel paints.
Oh, wow.
You're in
that-
grayscale still.
I know. I don't want to reveal all my colors. There's all my monster color paints. These are like Sufubi painting paints.
That Citadel drawer has a higher net worth than I do.
As we get started on this, we have two donations here. One from Asfastus, who donated $10. Last day, let go. And then we have $5 from River. Awesome job on the models and supporting charities. This is the way.
This is the
Aw,
way.
River's
is
all
the way.
grown up.
Oh, speaking of that, I'll show you guys around a little bit. There's all my helmets, my buckets, my Star Wars things. We'll focus. There's C-3PO with a ski mask. That's it. I'll show the rest of it in the video. All right, so now we're gonna go.
Man, I had sent you something.
We're gonna go to the other
something
drawer
real
real quick.
dumb. It's probably packed already, so.
This down here, you gonna kind of see it. This is all my SMS and my lacquers, my other lacquers.
Hell yeah.
SMS paints are amazing. They're acrylic lacquers. Don't ask me what that means. They just work. They're pre-thin. They got beautiful colors like pearl, strawberry, red. And they're amazing to spray with. I don't have to worry about nothing.
I love SMS paints. I've got
Apple
a
green?
wall full of them. I keep a list on deck at USA Gundam Store, and anytime I see on Instagram they're doing a restock, I just like text. I literally text Adam at USA Gundam. I'm like, hey, pull these or else.
Give me the paints. All right, B. So
Like the not hell in the in Wally. Give me the plant, except it's paints.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this guy in metallics, right? We're gonna do a metallic paint job on it.
Okay.
We're gonna have silver as our base. All right, easy enough to understand.
Hell yeah,
Black.
the Moto colors though.
All right. Jason, you still here?
Yeah, there was a news thing that I was addressing. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. Pick a color.
Pick a color. Let me pull up my Pantone book real quick.
Oh my
And
god.
nail
I'm not at
polish.
work, Jason.
I mean, we got a bright pink that I see on the screen there, down
Pink,
about
pink.
right center. Yeah, there you go.
This one?
There's your choice.
All right, pink.
Oh.
B, pick a color. You know the SMS range. I got a lot of pearls.
Okay, you got pink. Can it be any SMS?
I got mainly pearls, so that's all I got.
Mainly
down there.
pearls.
Yeah.
Amethyst pearl. I think it's called. Hold on, I'm looking at my shit too now.
I may not have that one. Just pick like a color, and I'll find the closest pearl I have to it.
Purple.
Oh, I do
It's
have.
crystal amethyst. That's what it is. Or ice blue.
So
No.
for purple,
Ooh. If you've got the pearl, do spearmint.
you want purple supernova?
Purple supernova or pearl spearmint.
I don't have spearmint. That's the one I don't have.
Oh.
All right, so this
Supernova look good.
this is a color extreme shift paint, right? This is badass. See who else we got? Crowd, pick a color, dog.
What have we already picked?
Pink and shifty.
Yeah, I need another color.
Pink.
One more.
Pink and shifty. All right, we going with green.
Oh my man, yeah.
As fast as saying that they're nervous about starting to paint soon, we've been talking about it all stream, man. Just do it. Don't be afraid to screw something up. Paint can always be stripped. Don't sweat it.
You like jade
And
green?
I buy a bottle of 91% isopropyl alcohol every time I go to the stove.
There you go. That looks good.
Hell yeah,
That looks
I
good.
love that color.
Do
Oh my
jade
god.
green?
I'm
Oh
sorry.
God, yeah.
Mike. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. So what
Two
we're gonna
Across,
do?
real quick, Two Across asking when the last day is to buy base plates. Today. You have until the stream is over to buy up the last couple ones that are there.
All right, now everybody. All right. So how much time we got
Listen
left?
to Uncle Ricky.
You got 35 minutes.
All right, we're gonna do Uncle Ricky's about to do speed paint some Sufubi for y'all. We're gonna be doing I don't know what it's called, what the name is. We're gonna call it old
Melty bag face.
melty
Is
bag
it?
face. Melty bag face. Official name, trademark. TM.
Oh fuck.
I like that. I like that. Old fugly.
No,
oh,
he
fugly.
can't help it. Be nice.
So we're gonna do a speed
Term-
paint, and this is the best thing about Sufubi is that it's so open to whatever you want. There's no rules, no pre-shake. Oh, technically, you'll say it how this color grade. No, none of that, boy. We're just having fun on a Sunday afternoon at church with Uncle Ricky and the boys and all the whole gang. We're raising money. We better get to 11K. We got 30 minutes to get to 11K.
Yeah.
We gotta
Swear
get
to
that
God.
ooh.
Also, real quick,
please, yes, uwu.
Remember, $5 minimum donation gets entered into like 18 giveaways, including the nail polish Barbatos now.
We get to we get to 11. Uncle Ricky's gonna give this away for a giveaway. It's from the personal collection.
Oh.
I've got one of your.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I know what that is.
Ooh.
Oh.
Vinyl record, son, soundtrack.
The
I've got
original
one
Gundam
of,
soundtrack on vinyl, friends.
Ooh.
I've got one of Joel's Sofubis in my collection, and it's absolutely beautiful. I look at him every day.
It's in
So
good
you
condition
are
too.
$534 away from that being added to the prize. We'll get that done in a half an hour. You know what to do, chat.
It's OG too.
Did my headset die?
No, we hear you.
Still alive.
No, because I could still hear y'all. That
All right,
Yeah,
so
you're still alive.
he just made a be-doo noise.
Oh.
I found it in Japan. That's where I found it. I got a homie out of Japan, and he was kind enough to. We traded. It was fun. I traded some records for some of his records. I got an extensive Gundam soundtrack collection, vinyl, and Tokusatsu. Got a lot of Kamen Rider stuff on vinyl too. We'll talk about that one of the Sundays on the stream. But we got a limited amount of time. So what I'm gonna do, and I need Jason, everyone in chat, have some conversations. Throw out some topics about questions, anything that you've got. And what we're gonna do is just have good conversation with anyone. I'm gonna be speed painting real quick. We're gonna get this done as fast as we can using the colors that everyone picked in the voice chat, and we're gonna have this crazy abomination going on. And
I've got a good
let's
topic.
get it. Let's get it. I'll see you guys in a bit.
What is something, chat, everyone, what is something you've always wanted to try, either in the hobby or outside of the hobby, you've always wanted to try, but you've been too scared or hesitant to try?
Oh hell, I got this one. I've been meaning to try doing non-metallic metal painting, and it's just, this is intimidating as all hell to get into.
You can do it. You've just got to try it.
I want to.
You gotta.
You trained me to.
Then do
All I
it.
have in front of me is a cup noodle kit.
Always wear your
Do it.
mask, ladies.
30
and
minutes,
gentlemen.
we're just gonna hype you up into doing things that you never thought you could do.
Build them noodles.
This is wholesome
Raptor.
hours now, baby.
Scribing.
Raptor, why don't you try scribing? Do it, man.
Scribing can be scary, and the first time I tried it, I gouged out a bunch of stuff. But if you mess up stuff, like if you gouge it out, you could always take a little bit of like epoxy putty or milliput,
feel like
then
I've
with
been
isopropyl
cyberpunk
alcohol
or
and
some shit.
smooth it into the grooves and start over.
Yeah, putty is your friend.
All right,
For
we're
me,
getting
it's
into it, boys.
Hell yeah! Beep
Hell
boop,
yeah.
beep bop.
Did
And
get a
hey.
couple donations that came in, by the way. $5 donation from Punish Desu,
Damn it.
$10 from Siporian, onward to 12K, and a $50 donation from Springer. Would you look at the time? Here's a donation.
And hey, for those of you that are afraid to start scribing, one of the prohibitive things is the cost of getting the scribing tools. $5 donation gets you entered into a Majin Hobby prize pool with
Hell yeah.
scribing tools in it.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
There's actually two of
what
them.
else we
There's
got
two
here?
sets.
As fastest, want to get into battle damage? Hell yeah. Battle damage is pretty easy. It's pretty forgiving. It
It
Just
depends
go out
on
with a
whose
soldering
butt
iron.
got clapped or not. You can make it as gnarly as you need to, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Start simple. If you want more, add more.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the thing has to be like just scratch building, like some obscure ass design that's never gonna get a kit. Just try and scratch build
Oh,
that.
man.
But
I
Yeah.
love scratch
never
building.
really.
I've ended up scratch building more than I realized that I have. And when I was like, oh, scratch building, I'm nervous. I don't know if I could do that. But I've literally done it since I started building Gundams. I'm just like, I'm gonna make this fit with my force and super glue. And like the I'm a Goofy Goober Rock Patrick. That was scratch building because that was a bunch of pieces and parts from all kinds of stuff. And I did claw plate stuff, the Garfield Haro, the Shrek, like everything, man. It's just make it work.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
work.
Like, I've done a little bit of like scratch building some adapters or like the occasional weapon, but like I want to do just a full machine someday.
Do it.
I
What's
will.
stopping you? Just do it.
Backlog
Yeah,
is stopping me. Backlog.
Lawnfire with another $5 donation, by the way. Sunday. It's your last chance to get in donations for the 2021 Plumbo Weekender. Congrats on breaking 10K, crew. Let's see how far this gets pushed in the last few hours we've got left. Yeah, we got, if you want to add that original 0079 vinyl soundtrack to the giveaway pool, we've got a little over $450 left. So get those donations in before the end of this segment in a half an hour.
Lawnfire said, disclaimer, please be careful with soldering irons and burning tools. You can severely hurt yourself. Absolutely. Not to mention, if you're soldering, melting, or burning any kind of plastic, the fumes are toxic. So please wear a mask as well. N95 or higher.
Wear a mask. When
mask.
When in doubt, wear a mask.
We want you to reach for the moon and the stars, but we also want you to be safe too.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I have made the mistake of not wearing a mask when I should once. My lungs realized I was working with lacquer before I did. I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
Oh my gosh, I poured resin without wearing a mask one day, and I was like, "This is fine.
No.
I only need a little bit of resin. I'm fine." I was in a hurry, and I literally every time I deeply inhaled for like a week afterwards, I like choked. It was so horrible, and I ended up like taking a day off of work, and I'm like, "Ha ha ha, my asthma, it's the weather," but it was my own dumbass fault.
Yeah, like I worked with Tamia White, and the first time I did it without a mask, I somehow got lucky, didn't breathe anything in. The second time, like, I felt it kind of rattling in my lungs for a week. I'm
That stuff
not
is
gonna
spicy.
make that mistake again.
Yeah. Don't be silly.
Yeah, like, I didn't know that was lacquer. So, do your research on what you're working with, people.
It's got lacquer and it's got cetyl acetylene or whatever the CA stuff in it. It's in super glue. So
Yeah, it's nasty.
yeah. Yeah, lacquer paints don't screw around. Always wear a mask when you're working with lacquers. Like Joel's doing right now. He is in a spray booth that's venting to outside, like you could see sitting in front of a window. So there's a filter and a hose that's like sucking all of the fumes outside.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a mask too, because you can't be too careful. You have to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, you really can't be too careful with lacquers.
Yeah.
Does resin just like get into the air when pouring? So yeah, it puts off fumes, and if you ever like pour resin either for like making crafts or anything like that, and it's kind of scary because resin crafts have been getting really popular on TikTok and stuff lately, and a lot of people are doing it very unsafely. But if you're kind of like sitting in like weird lighting, you could see like the smoke coming off of the resin when you mix it up. Ooh, that color shit.
Yeah. And
Not to mention fumes, either like sanding resin or plastic, paint, pouring resin. It's not just harmful to you. You have to think about your pets. So like my workroom, when I am like going through like a week-long stint of painting and sanding, is like no bubby zone. So before I let him in, I wipe down every surface and I have vacuums and everything, and I like get all of the dust out and then take all of the trash out before he can like hang out in here.
yeah.
One thing
Also, just when you're sanding resin, that dust is also very toxic. Also, yes,
so-
this color looks amazing.
Oh, so sorry, go ahead.
To bring this back to the original question about trying new things, As Fastest has a great point up here. Gunpla kits can be incredibly cheap, like an HUC gym for $8. Grab one, try it out. If it doesn't work, you're out $8.
That's true.
Not a big deal.
And that's
a great use for the entry grade. That's a great use for the entry grade. It is incredibly inexpensive.
entry grade. That's a great. And going to a Bad Gunpla video about the HG Grandpappies. The high grade RX-78 Revive. Not a very interesting kit, but it's cheap as dirt. That is one of the best kits to just try things on.
Jay
you
said
can
get a
get it
Haro
for-
and try it. That's true.
Yeah, get a Haro.
By far the best part is that even if everything goes wrong, you're not even actually out of the investment. All you have now is parts for future scratch building.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hey,
no matter how badly you mess up a kit, unless it actually catches fire, you still have
And even
something to
then-
work with.
Battle damage.
And even then,
Battle damage.
yeah.
even
So,
then,
one of-
you learned something.
One
You
of my
learn.
favorite examples of like a melty kit. This was done purposely though. The gold
like it.
dripping in gold Wing Zero custom EW that Tex did for that build off we had. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. So beautiful. He was like covered, like it looked like molten gold was poured over him and he was like on the ground in like a puddle and like it was so pretty. I loved that.
Hell yeah, punished. Learning
Yeah.
experience.
And also, just there's a lot of things that work that you wouldn't think works. Like a few days ago, I saw someone talk about how they put a kit of theirs just in OxyClean outside for a year, and like it changed the pigment of the plastic in a way that looked like marble.
That's
That
interesting.
sounds like some Mecha Gaikatsu thing right there.
No, yeah, like that was really cool. I don't remember the name of the person who did it, but it should be in the Bad Gunpla voice to text channel somewhere.
You're contractually obligated to find it for us now.
It's true.
Fine.
Well, don't if it's gonna hurt.
I'm sorry if I'm being a little quiet. I'm actually organizing the winners for today as well.
That's okay.
I do have I have stats. I have numbers. Do you guys want to hear numbers? I have numbers. I can give you numbers.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
love to-
I
You wanna
love
hear
that
some-
nerd
some-
shit.
Make
you
your
want to hear
rating
some
point,
data?
Dexter.
You want some hard data while we continue to raise more donations? Adaros Aventis, the $5 donation. One last donation for me for the weekend. Everyone is amazing streamers, and those who donated to this cause. That the goal was absolutely crushed is nothing short of the goodness in everyone here. Cheers from the U.S. Thank you so goddamn much. We've got about $450 to go for this this run. If you guys want to add that original 0079 OST vinyl copy to the giveaway pool, just FYI. Got about 22 minutes to go on that.
Pocket
but hard
Light says
data.
Those are shiny paints, and they are SMS lacquers.
me give
USA
you some-
Gun, of course, sells them.
Give you some hard data real quick.
Like data.
So with Lawnfire's donation, that was the 450th donation during this event.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
450
Amazing.
donations.
On fire. Look at you.
Good timing. Well done, top score.
There, I found it. It's the Discord handle is hole in the wall, which I'm not sure is helpful, but the result looks fairly impressive.
That's another anonymous $5 donation as well.
Uncle Ricky, it's looking great.
It is looking great, yeah.
It's
Oh yeah,
pretty.
that's looking really awesome.
Isn't
Very
it
shiny.
amazing? So this is 3 colors. It's kind of cheating though because one of the colors is a color shift, so it's like a bunch of colors depending on what direction you're looking. But it's 3 colors. It's three
Yeah,
bottles.
3 paints.
In the gun at the same time?
No,
No, okay.
Maybe.
possibly?
No, he's been cleaning it out in between.
Okay.
But 3 paints in the gun, that might be interesting too.
I've done that
It was
before with
interesting.
my Jason Voorhees resin kit. I mixed the color for her jeans in the cup because they were like all frayed to hell and back, and it looked really cool.
Actually, that gets me thinking. This is a bit of a cursed idea, but could you just
Oh, let me
mix
see it.
different kinds of paints in the airbrush cup? Like,
Like-
I wouldn't.
yeah, like
Uh, I know some kinds of paints will interact and will make cheesecake in your
It's
brush.
true.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, someone just took
Jason
a
tell
big
you what
sip.
I'm gonna be streaming?
Oh, what you doing?
I'm gonna be 3D modeling.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's another thing I've been meaning to get into for a long time now.
Do it.
Blender's free.
Yes, I have Blender, and it's very daunting. There's a lot of things that do a lot of other things.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Like, because since Blender is open source, there's like a lot of tutorials and information about the app. So like, it's like, there's a couple weird things that like, okay, I wish this worked differently, but like, it's a pretty good app.
Yeah, it's...
There was two animators that worked in 3D animation, and they were doing tutorials in Blender, like how to like build, like the structure and everything, like the stuff that they do in what's the big one by Pixel Logic. I don't remember. Not my ZBrush. They worked in ZBrush, and they were comparing ZBrush to Blender, and they're like, Blender is really good.
Yes, I've also been told that Blender is apparently a bit of a pain for like mechanical shapes and it's way better for organic shapes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I use when I want not organical shapes?
I think Maya.
Well,
I don't know nothing about this. I just paint things.
I write
think
that down.
someone
How do I
earlier in
spell
the
that?
stream. I think
I
someone
don't know
earlier in the
nothing
stream
about
was
that. I just
repping
paint,
Fusion.
eat hot chip, and lie.
Same.
Fair.
Jason, are you here?
I am here,
Guys,
yes.
and oh, pink time, pink you.
Pint! I got you the pint!
Okay, all right.
Jason,
You could
What?
not.
I said hot chip.
Hot chip?
We need a donation incentive for you to eat the hot chip.
Nope. I'm already doing 2 donation incentives, and I need you to go to Target for me.
I'm not going to Target for you.
I need a blindfold.
Just use a tie.
We tried that once. It doesn't go well.
I
It didn't
can
go
I
well.
can tell you what you could use as a blindfold around your house. I'm good at I have knowledge of those things.
Do I want to know why?
Of course you do.
Because I love surprises.
Oh, got it. Okay. What can I use as a blindfold around my house that doesn't kill my eyes? Because I tried to tie last time I tried to do a blindfold build, and it did not go well.
You can put like a pair of like shorts or underwear on your head and then put a dish towel around it.
That's
'Cause
gonna look
the-
ridiculous on stream.
I mean,
I love it. Let's do it.
I mean, it works and it's super soft. I mean, if it's soft enough for your bits and pieces, it's soft enough for your eyeballs.
Yeah. I
Jason's
guess.
back like, what the hell?
Something
Just
I've
have
seen on-
just have Sig hold
I
their
mean-
hands over your eyes. Yeah, there you go.
I have ribbons that might work.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna find them.
Not Dumpla said, wear a big spaghetti pot on your head.
I could do that.
Just
as
wear
fast
a helmet
as I am in the
backwards.
r/Gunpla
My
Discord,
spaghetti.
but I'm far from 3D printing parts. Does anyone have experience with that? So generally, in my experience for 3D printing Gunpla parts, you want a resin printer for the not having to deal with layer lines. But that comes with a whole bunch of issues with fumes and stuff that we talked about. So if you're going to do that, make sure you do your research. Learn how to not kill yourself. Learn how to not kill everyone around you. And be safe.
And also understand that every single part that you either 3D print or resin print, it's not going to fit as well as you might anticipate.
Oh
because,
no.
yeah. 3D
It's-
printing has tolerances.
Yeah, and Gunpla, it's a proprietary, process for creating it. They have their own plastic
Injection
blends.
molding.
Yeah. So it's not going to feel like a plastic model, and it's not going to feel like Gunpla. It is going to feel like something that you made yourself. So just make sure you know what your expectations should be.
Go in with the expectation of this is going to be less work than if I do it with Plarplate and putty. Don't go in with, this is gonna be as if I buy a kit in the store.
No. Yeah.
It's gonna be like building a garage kit, basically.
Speaking of resin, if you want something that is low fume, Anycubic makes an eco resin, and I use that in my room. Like, I probably shouldn't, but I'll work in my room while something's printing, and it doesn't really bother me. And
Emily is. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean.
No, that's okay. Igloo Mars has a resin printer that has a filter that helps filter out the fumes. I believe it's a carbon filter. So you have options with resin.
Joel's throwing in another color.
With the Vanna white hands.
I also want to point out Cyporian is in the chat. She was gonna stream today, but she doesn't feel well, and we hope she feels better. She is my go-to woman for printing and asking questions about anything printing related. She is got an amazing setup with many types of printers. She has Isekai Heavy Industries. She runs printing services. And I know she can 3D scan to some degree. Please correct me if I'm wrong in chat. And she's amazing. I work with her a lot for my GK commissions, because I just had someone commission me for a 1/2 scale bust of a hentai character, and she printed it for me, and we were both like, oh. Can't wait for it to be over.
Ara.
Anyways.
Why did this person
Mulligan.
give away form 7 times?
That was like...
I was really good at it, huh? Yeah.
Ara.
Chat.
What is an Ara?
Holy shit, we finished it! Yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Yeah!
There it is. How am I on time?
You got 10 minutes. Well, 12 minutes, actually.
Woo! Let's go, boy! All right, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. Now. So what I was doing is a whole bunch of different shit. This was the fastest I've ever painted a toy in my life. There's still shit in here. Hold up.
If we get another $5 donation, I'll Ara and mention your name in it if we have enough time left.
Real quick. So you reported that you always take care of your tools.
True. Very true. I'm very bad at that.
Yes, you are. You're awful.
You indeed are.
So you'll get a mention and an Ara.
All right. So, what we did in there's a lot. I'm sweaty. God damn, that was a workout.
You did it, baby. You did it, baby.
So what I was doing at the start of it, I was looking for the contours and the sculpt to try and find where my eyes go and where colors should go, right? And then what we did after that was just kind of played around with the colors. For a lot of silvers, you want to use a gloss black, and that's what that gloss black was. I wanted the head, and I wanted to fade down to the torso a little bit to have that super shiny gloss to it. Now, off stream, we're gonna 2-part epoxy this and have it clear coated. I ain't gonna add any more paint to it. It's done. And then we're just gonna call it a day, and they'll be super sealed. But the metallics from what you see now are gonna change drastically. I promise that. So, so what we were doing, we were applying down some color shifts. We did a black layer, and then we did our pearl layer. And the pearls benefit from having either a black or a white layer down. So everywhere that black was, I wanted a pearl to be there, and that's how the color shift really works. We did our color shifts, And then we did our silvers to kind of tone down the color shift so it doesn't look like a pile of oil. And then what we did from there, went ahead and do the base lines in pink. And then what I wanted to do, the pink, it kind of looked out of place because it's a majority metallic thing. So that galaxy color shifts, it's a very thin color shifting paint, but it takes the opacity of the color underneath it. So that pink is now a color shifting red through blue pink trail going through the kit. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and bring it over here. I'm gonna dry it off real quick with the hairdryer. And what I was doing, lacquers are very fast drying paints. So what you can do, if you're not fucking speed painted or some shit, you can let it dry for an hour or two, you're good to go. With these, what I do is I let them dry, airbrush, or we use a hair gun in between coats just to make sure they're dry. Normally you wouldn't want to speed paint something like this, but I wanted to throw it in there. We did really good with the tutorial. We painted some shit, so I'm gonna dry this off real quick, and then we're gonna look at it in the main camera.
And while you do that, we got another $10 donation from Cyporian. Oh, love you, B.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, you want me to do Ivoli or Cyporian? I'll do Cyporian. Cyporian-chan, ara. There you go.
Well done. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You know what else I'm proud of? You know what else I'm proud of? I just did some more math. You guys want some more numbers and data?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
We have 253 eligible entries for the Saturday giveaways.
Wow.
Sunday's still open. You still got a chance for Sunday. But Saturday's giveaways, we have 253 eligible winners for something like 17 prizes. So that's pretty amazing.
Also, can I just say real quick, the way you paint is the most impressive speed painting I've ever seen. Like, this is just the kind of...
Man, look up speed painting in miniatures.
Just the aura of...
The aura of
The
what's going on.
like, just that aura of confidence. Like, no
Man.
second thoughts, just out there, do it on the fly as you go along, and it turns out this good.
Man, it ain't second thought. That's just me going, grab that color. That's what my brain's doing. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun though. I like doing that chaos paint.
It's just Waka Flocka songs playing in his head the whole time.
So
while he just, like,
I will
paints.
say, man, no, on my head and on the stream, Sunday streams, this is a very PG stream. Mine, we got all the underground trap hits, boy. Oh my god, it's great. All the music. We're going back. We got
Drill.
Project Pat. We got everyone on the stream during my stuff, but we're keeping it calm right now. We're gonna bring this exposure down a little bit.
Good googly moogly, that thing is juicy.
If Streamlabs would allow us to control the camera settings and save them, that'd be great. But they don't. I just found that out.
It can't be done. Impossible.
Insane.
It's pure chaos hours, boy.
All right, so here we go. Here she's at.
Don't tell me True's roaming off on you, Stroud. I can't have two of him running around in my chat.
So he's got a grill, color shifting grill. He's got some purple eyes, a little color shift jade green chest. He's got the jade green on there. I wonder if I put less light on. Yeah, you can see a little better now. And it's all just like, if you bring this outside when it's top coated, oh my god. Y'all check out, well, last plug, just go to TrueGunpla.com. Everything is just TrueGunpla or Yenshin Studio, Holy Map, you see all the links down there. I'm gonna post a photo of this when it's done this week. But we got like a jade color shifting arm, going into a silver, going into a pink, going to a plate mail.
Can't wait to use that jade. I'm so
He's got
excited.
silver pink pants where we got silver with a pink over it with a galaxy color shift in the pants. He's got that gold, that nice silver iridescent grill. He got little cat ears in there, little pink fluorescent cat ears.
Meow meow meow. Meow, meow,
So that's a quick little toy, right? And it's fun. I mean, y'all saw how crazy I was going a mile a minute. And just take a whole day of that, of just grabbing a bunch of these, spray paint it whatever you want, whatever you think cool, and then you take this and you post it online, and then 9 times out of 10 you got someone like, how much for it? I'll buy it. It's just for having fun.
At Plama Weekender, but at True Gunpla. Question for True Gunpla: how
Yes.
much would the top coat diminish the luster?
Actually none at all. Here's an example of a top coated piece. So this is just the gloss. And this is just the paint, no top coat. This is a top coated piece. Look at that thing glisten, boy. And all the metallics, they get blended out. So some of these harsh metallics you see, like that very harsh pink, very harsh green, that's gonna blend out because that now metallic pigment is getting magnetized.
You use like a urethane top coat, like a 2-part urethane
Yeah,
top
so
coat.
Monster Color makes a 2-part. You got your clear coat bottle, and you got your activator bottle. You mix these two together, and it's like a 2-part gloss coat used for a car, for like high-end cars.
Shit.
So, like, here's an example. This is the metallic underneath. See how that's not shiny at all. It's the same way, like right now. It's the same texture, same finish, but when you gloss it, look how intense that is compared to that.
Yeah, that's really
Beautiful.
I use this as an example because like that's your metallics out there. Then that's on gloss black too. That's on a high gloss black. So really, these gloss builds you're seeing in Gunpla, they could be glossier. They could be dripping. They could be wet out of the water.
Drop, dripping.
Actually, I have a question there. I don't really have the space for an airbrush setup, so what's your recommendation for getting like something stupid glossy with hand painting?
Auto parts store, they sell it at a rattle can.
Yeah, they got spray cans of it.
Ah, okay.
But also, you can
Fair
airbrush outside. You don't need a spray booth. Airbrush outside. Master airbrush compressor costs $100. Get a $20 Iwata. Here's the thing. Here's a real quick little Ricky's insider trade secret, right? Brush like this. I didn't even use that for this. This is an Iwata HPCS. Fancy. Whole 9 yards, right? Know what professionals use in Japan? $10 master airbrush. All they use. Just a bunch of these. Like I sprayed this on Iwata Nito. It was like $60. For like $20-$30, you can have a good airbrush. And something breaks with it. Cool. Go buy another one. Now you have a whole entire spare parts worth of airbrush, and you learn how to take care of them. It's like how to learn. Like we brought an example up before. It's like learning stick in a Ferrari. Learn stick in an old truck, and then now you're good to go. It's the same with your tools. You don't need fancy stuff from the get-go. The fancy stuff is a reward after. Like I've got God hands. You saw this series. Look at this. This bougie paintbrush set. I don't need all this.
The fancy stuff has a habit of
Look at that.
encouraging bad habits.
It's true.
Yeah.
But we did this with just some garbage brushes. Same results. It's just I prefer those ones because they have particular needs that I have hyper tailored myself to using that benefit me to buy that consumer product. But yeah, you can get wild with it. So we're going to gloss this up probably later this week. I'll take some nice fancy pictures with it. I'm going to send it to Jason as a thank you gift for running this stream. And
Oh, you don't gotta do that.
like,
Thank you.
boy, yeah, you're going to get it. And you put it on display.
Hey, you gonna get it?
You're going to get it.
Aww.
It's what'd you name it? It was wet
Old
Exactly.
fugly.
Yeah, old fugly. There you go.
old fluggy, aka melted baghead, Ote shining grill on a Sunday afternoon right after church at the Denny's, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Amen.
So this is
That's
some
very kind
this is
of
some
you. That's
southern,
very kind
this is
of
some
you.
deep south,
Man, we
dirty
fancy
south love,
today.
man.
Normally I just go to a Waffle House.
Oh yeah, and we got that little like silver shirt on there, that plate metal shirt. Ooh,
That tall tea, that silver
tall
tall
tea,
tea.
gas station tall tea, man. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and this hobby.
That's what he is. That's what it actually is. He put the tall tea on, and the tall tea melted on his face, and that's how it ended up like that.
Yeah. So real
You can use
quick,
the tall tea as a blindfold too, Jason.
before we head out, I want everyone in chat to just, I don't know, get excited, man. $10,000. 10,000.
$1,580 right now.
How many of y'all seen $10,000 in real life, let alone like in a bank account?
It's
Man.
surprisingly small, actually. It's like one little band of $100 bills. It sounds
Shut
bigger
your
than it
mouth,
actually
Jason. It's a
is.
lot of money in
Jason,
pennies.
They trapping.
Jason, don't undersell
I
us.
said, oh, that's nothing at all. Let's use that at Whole Foods for my groceries.
Oh, for God's sake.
But no, real
Dude,
talk.
sure, this was so freaking cool, man. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for stopping by. That was amazingly fun.
This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all so much. Enjoy the hobby for yourself. Do some painting. Put paint in plastic. Have fun. And if you have any questions, hit me up online. Hit up all the great people streaming. Make sure you're following their pages. You're interacting. We're all just a big community. We want to make more friends, so that's the way to do it. We're out of time,
Yes,
right? We gotta
I
be
would
out of
love to
time.
make more friends.
We got 1 minute, right?
Hell
We've
yeah.
got
Hell yeah.
about It's now 3 o'clock. You got another minute if you want to plug some. Go ahead.
Bonfire said they paid
True
for
Gunpla and everything. Yes, your
Jarhead
studio,
set and
everything.
singles and-
Shout out Thrasher Magazine for putting our shop in the magazine. Shout out Big Baby Scumbag for putting us in the magazine. All that fun stuff. We love you all, everybody. Florida boys in this. We out. Paint some toys. Ah! Woo!